Fun to take, to be fair. I mean, you know, I'm obviously feeling proud of the second half performance, particularly. If you see a team that's not together, they can really go under after the first half. But we really stuck to the task, and it was great to score as early as we did in the second half, and then scored a brilliant goal to go 2-2. So to have the deflection for the third goal is a little bit of maybe where our luck is.
I think their goalkeeper, we need to give him credit because he made some incredible saves, I think, and but we are happy that we managed to get the win, and we can move on from that.
All the lads are gutted and of how we lost it in the last minutes, but at the end of the day we went toe to toe for 90 plus minutes. I've scored a few goals, but never twice in the game. But to come away with nothing is just a bit heartbreaking, to be honest.
I don't want to make the headlines around referees because I'm trying to take responsibility for a team trying to do better in the Premier League. But it's a clear foul on Vards for the first goal, and the left back has to get sent off for a second yellow. But there's so much more we could say, and there's so much more that the whole game knows. But I'm not going down that road today.
We deserve to win for many more goals. It's true that after the 2-0 starting the second half, the way we did, just conceding the first goal, make things harder. And then with the equaliser, the team showed again an unbelievable character to keep pushing, creating chance after chance. And we suffered, man, we should have. But this is football about, and I'm really happy with the team. I have to check it, but I don't think it was on that paper. But it was very emotional, more emotional than we wanted, certainly. But I'm really pleased with the performance, the way we played, the amount of situations we created, how we dominated the game. And up to 2-0, the result should have been even bigger, much bigger. But this is the Premier League, it's the quality of any opponent, the quality of Leicester. They scored 2 goals, but I'm even happier how we dealt with that situation afterwards. Emotionally, super in control, very clear on what we have to do, how consistently we have to attack the spaces and continue to do a lot of the things that we were already doing. I think we fully deserve to win the game.
You're pleased now, but it was looking a bit worrying when 90 minutes were up.
Very worrying, and especially on that scenario. And with the performance that we produce, in theory, you should never get to this point. But this is football, and this is the beauty of it in relation to many other sports. And then we have to earn it in a different way, and we did it obviously with the unbelievable support of our supporters. That they were unbelievable again.
Ryan, something like
Mikel, what do you make of Leandro potentially being stripped of that last goal? It seems like it's going to go down as a Wilfred Ndidi own goal.
Hopefully not. Disappointed because again today he's done so much again to score the amount of situation that he had, and anyway his contribution to the team has been really good today.
And also, does it feel even sweeter knowing City dropped points this afternoon as well? Does it feel like an even bigger win?
I mean, it's 6-6. It's the 6th game in the Premier League. We are in September, so we want to win every game, and we do our best to do that. And that's it. Let's go game by game and try to improve every week.
Okay.
Just on that, Mikel, a little bit like last week, it almost felt like this game. It felt like it was in March rather than in September because of the way the game went and the tension. Is that something you're feeling, or did players feel it, or how do you even shut that out?
No, we talk about that in September. Regardless what we do, we are in September. Of course you want to win, of course you want to start to build the right platform for the season, to be in every competition in the places and areas that we want. And in order to do that, obviously you have to continue to win. That's the demands. You see the level of the other teams in the league. But we can only control what we do.
Claire.
You've spoken a lot about needing to show different faces and being able to win in all contexts. How happy were you that the team were able to do that yet again today?
So happy, that's what I told them. It got nasty, it got difficult. It was emotional, difficult to accept with the amount of situations we created and the amount of goals that we should have scored, but it wasn't. And now what? So you don't feel sorry for yourself, you take ownership, start to take more risk. Everybody, I brought Ethan in, or Gavi, the guy, 18 years old, he takes the ball, the first one is an action like this, run past 2-3 players, wants to take a shot. I just love it. You want to play here, you want to be at that level, you need to play with that courage. So I really value that from the team today.
And just on the corners, the consistency of how Bukayo is able to put almost the exact same place every single time, is that something He works on extra at the training grounds. He's staying behind and just putting the corner.
That's not an extra. That's a game changer. You know, if we are able, when he's there in front of goal and he puts the ball in the back of the net, that's a game changer. That's what he needs to do consistently at this level. And the others, they have to do other stuff. But yeah, I think we generated 17 corners today. A lot we should have scored from others. We need every possible tool to be a threat all the time.
Sam Lewis?
Mikel, were you about to take Trossard off before he scored that? No.
No.
Okay. Calafiore, was he lucky to stay on that second yellow?
Sorry?
Was Calafiore lucky to stay on? He couldn't go second.
I haven't seen the action, but I got really worried when that happened because he gave the foul, but I haven't seen the replay.
Okay, Sam Dean?
Mikel, hello. It's been a long time since last Sunday, and I know we've all moved on from last Sunday to a degree, but I just wanted to give you the chance, if you want to respond to any of Pep's comments yesterday about asking for more clarity from you in midweek, I want to give you the chance if you want to do that.
Okay, I can repeat it very clear. I love Pep. I admire him since he was 10 years old. I respect him profoundly. I'm so grateful for everything that he did for me and continues to do with me. And I consider him a friend. I love and I respect every member of the staff there because I worked with them for 4 years. And when I say that I know them, is I know how hard they work. I haven't seen a human being work as hard as Pep and the coaches and everybody in that football club to be consistently winning. And the reason they are there is because they maintain the hunger. And this is exactly what I learned. And this is what I mean. So I cannot be any more clear than that. If you want, I can repeat it, but if someone wants to damage a relationship, that's not in my hand. But that feeling is profound. He knows it, the staff knows it, because I still maintain today with them, with the board, with the ownership, with everybody. And if not, it wouldn't be genuinely, and it is. But if someone wants to create something else, for me, the sport has to be about there is that will to win. They have it, I have it. We have it for sure, because we haven't done it. But they have it, even if they want it more than anybody else is. We have to learn, and this has to be inspiring for us. And it is for me. This is what I mean that I've been there. And it's remarkable, and it's incredible achievement because they have that mentality. Hopefully that's clear.
Yeah, it was a late show from Arsenal and a victory, but as you can see, it was in spite of Leicester's overall dominance. He jests. 17 corners for Arsenal, and for the first 16, Michael, Leicester did really well.
They did do really well, but I just want to break down a couple of incidents here. First, we've got in-swingers. Arsenal, a lot last season, went to the front post. Now they're sort of going in the back post. You see, Justin with Gabriel here. Gabriel is the key man, so he wants to go around the back post. A lot of the times, it's been difficult for the goalkeepers. You see Skip with Saliba making sure he can't get towards the goalkeeper. But look at the space for Martinelli. When we talk about risk and reward, it's okay. We've got the key men in the centre for Arsenal, leaving the back post free. Leicester deal with it really well. As we go on to the second one here, Gabriel in the middle, with Justin and Buonanotte, now they've doubled up on him because they know how dangerous he can be. But look at the back post, Martinelli is free. This time it's an in-swinger from the right-hand side, Rice, great delivery. Leicester deal with it really well. Excellent defending. Again here, we talk about goalkeepers. Can they come and collect it? Can they punch it? Hermansen makes some great save throughout the game. He's got room to go and punch the ball away, and that's what they want. So Leicester did very well in certain aspects. Again here, Justin with Gabriel. As we run it on here, this is what we're talking about. When somebody loses you like this is perfect from Gabriel. But Justin gets back, and as he goes to try head it, he just leans on him. Just enough to send him off balance. But look at Trossard on the back post, and Leicester get oh so lucky on this incident. And as we do the last one, it's almost a carbon copy. Justin with Gabriel, defended really well. Saka, again, great delivery. Trossard free at the back, and it's own goal of Ndidi. And that was so cruel for Leicester because for loads of the game, they defended so well.
And what's extraordinary, though? The consistency of the delivery.
Crossing. It doesn't matter which side, Rice or Saka. But look at that, goals from set pieces since the start of last season, 26. When we talk about the difference with Arsenal, they're playing well. We talked about dark arts last week. But also set pieces are so key in what they're trying to do.
Absolutely. We saw a lovely cameo too, didn't we, from Nwaneri, who looks really gifted. I mean, if only we had someone in the studio that burst onto the scene at 17.
Gary, behave yourself.
Theo.
Yes, that was me. Definitely me.
Theo, he looks a talent. He's been known at Arsenal for a while. They know about this boy.
Yes, he has,
really...
and the great thing about him is first words that come to me is fearless and confidence on the ball. I saw him midweek, and again, this is his first few touches. He's direct, wants to commit players, and he gets his shots away. End product is there. And again, he's a player that's been highly regarded in the academy. And again, he goes on the outside and the inside. He likes to commit defenders. This time again, he gets on the right side and he makes the end product again. We're talking about players now that want to do something different on the half turn, create space for himself, gets himself a corner. We know how dangerous Arsenal are from corners, but this man has got a very good career.
I hope so. He looks special. Steve Cooper was not happy. He thought Calafiori should have had another yellow card. I find it difficult to disagree with him.
Yeah, well, I thought last week, Trossard, I didn't think it was a yellow card for kicking the ball away. Today, with Calafiori, I think that's a second yellow card. I think he was lucky to stay on the pitch. Theo?
I've got to agree with you. I think he's very lucky, very cynical in the end.
2-2 at the time as well.
Quite sour about that, aren't you, Gary?
Well, I think obviously Leicester would have gone 3-2 otherwise. So be it.
Mikel was a bit nervy, that one, but I'm sure you're delighted in the end to emerge with 3 points.
I'm delighted, especially with the performance that we put in. When we played unbelievably well and created so many chances, scored 2 goals, and deserved many more. And even happier because against very difficult circumstances that took the game to 2-2, the way the team reacted, kept believing, kept playing, and at the end, the right to win the game.
In some ways, a mirror image of what happened at Manchester City last week, where Leicester today were defending in great numbers and doing their best to frustrate you.
Yes, but I think we generated a lot of chances and scored 4 goals. It should have been many more, probably. The goalkeeper was unbelievable, and this is the quality of any Premier League team. They need very little to score goals.
Does it say a lot about the character of your team as well, to concede those 2 goals? It's gone from 2-0 to 2-2, but to still have that commitment to the very, very end to score in second half stoppage time?
To have that capacity emotionally to cope with the situation, to stay calm, stay composed, having clarity what we have to do, where we have to thread them, and at the end doing a lot of things right to earn the right to win it.
And have the belief, and another set play goal coming at the end.
Have the belief, another set play. The crowd was unbelievable, the way they pushed the team. The subs were amazing, you know, the way Ethan came on, the personality that he showed, 18 years old, to take the ball and have the will to make things happen. Gabby came in and created the 4th goals as well, so we're really happy.
It's a great atmosphere as well, and it keeps the pressure on Manchester City, who of course drew at Newcastle at lunchtime.
Well, it's about us. It's still 6 games, you know. We are in September. Take game by game.
But a big 3 points. Just how happy are you with today's win?
Yeah, I'm really happy with the performance. I think we deserved the win. We played really well. I think we suffered a bit, but I think we didn't deserve to suffer that much. But yeah, we won the game, and this is the most important thing.
A goal and an assist for you, your first Arsenal goal since March. Is there a sense of relief there? Back to your best?
Yeah, it is. It's always nice to score goals, and even more for us that plays up front. So really happy with the goal and the assist as well.
Level on points now with Manchester City at the top of the table. They dropped points earlier. I know it's early in the season, but are these the big moments that can make the difference come the end of the season?
Yeah, we have to focus on ourselves, and that's all. We have to be ready for every single game and don't try to look at them, just do our job.
I sensed the frustration as soon as you walked into the room because you were hard done by there, you say?
Well, it feels a little bit cruel to withstand as we did and you know, concede from a deflected sort of set piece in the whatever it was, 90-odd minute. Obviously, the 4th goal is one of them typical ones that is when you're throwing everything at it, trying to maybe get a moment right at the end of the game. But so many good things in the second half, you know, to come from 2-0 down and you know, get back in the game the way we did with the performance and certainly the second goal that we scored, and then to withstand the pressure as much as we did, to get done on a deflection on that third goal is cruel. So we're not saying we're feeling hard done by. We just thought we'd give enough in the game to try and get through to the end and get something out of it. And unfortunately, in the end, that wasn't the case.
Did you feel that a decision didn't go your way just before Arsenal scored their first goal through Martinelli? Yeah. There was the incident with Saliba and Jamie Vardy on the halfway line. Yeah,
it's a clear. I've just seen it back now, and it's a clear foul. And if you look at all of the other fouls that were given in the game today, I was not given that one, because one of the few moments we were trying to get up the pitch early on in that game. So for Vardy just to the only way he was not protecting the ball was by getting fouled, and that's exactly what happened. We thought it. You could see by Vardy's reaction, and then when you see it back, it's not a great decision, and we also feel we don't go looking for opposition players to be sent off by how their left back hasn't got sent off. If you look at the threshold that the referee refereed the game into,
already on a yellow card. Yeah,
come on, it's just but there's so many things that we could all say about refereeing, but I'm not going to go down that road today, and it's not something that maybe I need to make the headlines, because obviously we're trying to put a Premier League together here at Leicester that can pick up more points than what we've had recently, and I'm sort of want to face up to that, and don't want to be moaning about referees, but you see the two decisions and you get used to it, to be honest. It's just one of them things.
In the end, the Gunners just about survived what was, I suppose, loosely termed a scare. I mean, they could have been 4-0 up at half-time. They were 2-0 up, but they got back to 2-2, did Leicester, only then to score 2 stoppage-time goals, Michael.
Yeah, it was a dominant performance in the first half by Arsenal. But after that, they started wobbling, didn't they? Yeah. Leicester giving them a little bit of a shock, got back to 2-2. And then it was almost, you're looking at the clock, and, 10 minutes went past. There was only 10, 15 minutes to go. And then they they made them crack, and then obviously Havertz at the end as well. But it was a good game. Probably Mikel Arteta didn't need to be that nervous. They should have killed it off a little bit better, but they probably deserved it in the end.
All right, let's have a look at some key goals. Let's start with the standout finish of the game. That from James Justin, his second, Owen.
Wow, I mean this is what you play football for, to hit a ball this clean. You just arrive. Don't get in there too early. He waits. I mean, that's beautiful. It really is. Just catch that clean. You can see it coming. OK, there's a lot of bodies there. Technically, that's fabulous. It really is a brilliant strike. Cuts across it. I mean, that is absolutely no chance for David Raya.
Yeah, difficulty level there is so high. I mean, we've seen some really good goals today. We'll go on to see a few good goals. A cracking free kick from Cole Palmer, but I think in terms of difficulty level, that was the hardest and the best finish all day.
But of course, in that second half, when they were brought to 2-2, Arsenal then laid siege on the Leicester goals. It eventually told that pressure. First, the third coming from Ndidi, an own goal, or should it have been a Trossard goal for you?
We'll put it this way: if I was Trossard, I wouldn't be too happy. I thought, as much as it probably wouldn't have gone in without Ndidi's touch, I still think it was potential. I don't know how you can say it wasn't going on target. It was going towards that back post area. Anyway, it was Ndidi that got it in the end. Very difficult for the goalkeeper. I mean, the goalkeeper was absolutely brilliant throughout that second half. And then, a little bit of a ricochet, and it was past him.
Kai Havertz was made to wait a little bit from VAR just to make sure that there was no infringement involved here. But was the fourth goal, I suppose, what Arsenal deserved in the end then, Owen?
Yeah, probably. But you'd have to say, 2-0 up to 2-2, brilliant from this Arsenal team. They keep fighting back, they keep growing, they're getting better every season. That's a good sign of that. And, they got different options. They got firepower, they got Trossard, they got Gabriel Jesus. Obviously, Havertz is on fire. Saka is a machine. You see Raheem Sterling in shot. He came on. So Martinelli had a good game, didn't he? Scored one, set one up. They have a lot of firepower at the top of the pitch, but I think the mentality's starting to improve from 2-0 up, 2-2, and then go and win 4-2. They deserve that. One
controversial moment, though, with the scores level at 2-2, should Arsenal have gone down to 10 men? Calafiori, should he have got a second yellow?
Yes, he should have, I think. You see yellow cards being given for that. Actually, there was a yellow card, but it was given for
Bonanotte for waving an imaginary one. Yeah.
Exactly, but I think you could definitely justify that being a yellow card. And it's interesting, I mean, I personally think Arsenal are going to win the league this year.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I think they're going to win it. But they've had a couple of lucky calls, and I don't know why. Last game against Manchester City, of course, I know there was a lot of hot air and words spoken from Arsenal's point of view, but actually they got lucky in that game, you know, with the referee blowing the whistle before and the free kick getting taken early. And they've been, you know, that could have been a different game there. Red card and a 2-2 maybe. It might have been a different game. So looks on their side at the moment, but I still think they're a very good team. And as I say, I think they could go on to win it this year.
OK, that's interesting.
Well, they did their job just in the end, but Leicester certainly did theirs in the second half at 2-0 down. Let's not forget James Justin, who'd only scored 2 career Premier League goals before today, managed to score 2 in less than 16 minutes to really change the script, Alan.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't see it coming at all, to be honest, but really got to give them credit. They work it well, get the block, got to get the connection like he did. And then all of a sudden you're thinking, nah, that can't really happen, a little bit of deflection. But you take that, then all of a sudden the confidence and the mood changes in the stadium, not only from fans, but obviously from the Leicester players as well. Then they get a little bit of belief.
Yeah, bit of luck with the deflection of Havertz there, but this is the goal I was talking about before the break, Steve. This is phenomenal. I think this is one of the goals of the season. Look at the technique and that. He hits it with the outside of his foot, Steve, and you see the angle behind the goal. It's bending. Sort of starts outside the post, bends in. It's a brilliant strike. I don't think he'll ever hit a ball better than that, ever. Phenomenal goal from Justin as a right back.
What a strike. I mean, the way he gets it and the fade and the cut on it, I mean, it's absolute perfection.
We discussed the refereeing decisions in our first game of the day. We have to discuss an important one here at 2-1. Calafiori is on a yellow card. This is with 20 minutes to go at 2-2. Could he have been booked again?
Well, I think he's lucky, and again, Leicester's a smaller team, and this might go under the card. But this, for me, is a yellow card. He's clearly took him out, Steve. I think it's a yellow card. Sam Barrett, the referee, said no. I mean, Buonanotte gets booked because he gives the signal like that, and that's the right decision as well. You can't do that, but I think he's got away with one there.
I think that's an awful decision. You can clearly see Calafiori stick his leg out. Deliberate trip, yellow card it should be, absolutely. It's such an important point of the game, and to rub salt into the wounds, Buonanotte gets a yellow card instead. Look, he sticks his leg out. It's a deliberate trip. All day, that's a yellow card.
But they stayed at 11. We went into injury time. But before that, Hermansen made 13 saves in the game. That's the most in any Premier League game for 7 years.
I actually felt for him because the scoreline doesn't say that at the end of 4 goals. You can see the goalkeeper take them out, but some of these saves, felt like it was one of them days for the goalkeeper. Yeah. He was saving everything, making some unbelievable reaction saves. I mean, he's voted the best goalkeeper of the Championship last season, Steve, wasn't he? And you see why in this. He's been absolutely phenomenal. Some of the saves really are brilliant, and they give him something to hang on to. And when you're a goalkeeper, Alan, you probably tell better, but when he's making saves like that, you think it's going to be your day. You've got something to believe in.
We're sat watching this, and we're saying to each other, nothing's going to get past him. It's just one of those days, exactly that, won't we? Where he's making save after save after save, and then all of a sudden you're thinking, even the Arsenal players must have been thinking, not our day today. You've got to give great credit to the goalkeeper, but they keep on going, Arsenal, and they get what they probably deserve. But we did think nothing was going to get past him, and you can see what it means to him. But ultimately, Arsenal went on and scored the 4 and done the job.
Yep, and if you're going to do it, you need a bit of fortune, and they certainly got that with 3-2, didn't they?
Yeah, there's a bit of luck, but Alan rightly says it was an all-set play. I mean, how many times we said that this season from Arsenal? I mean, they overload the back post again. Trossard's free as a bird inside the box, and you look from a Leicester point of view, why is he so free? He just sort of sneaks around the back. But again, they cause so much carnage with the big centre halves coming up. He just sort of drifts around the back, and they get a bit of luck. It comes off Ndidi. To be honest, Steve, it could go anywhere. But again, the set play coach on the side end will be claiming that. That's the reason why they won the game today.
Yeah, well, you stop Saliba, you stop Gabriel, you stop Rice, you stop Havertz, but there's always someone else sparing. On that occasion, it was Trossard. And then, I mean, they're 3-2 down. They've got to push men forward. They've got to try and go for the goal themselves. Leicester, but they leave themselves open. The goalkeeper will be disappointed that he's parried it right into the path. But and he's not offside when the assistant doesn't it? He gives offside the linesman, but clearly it wasn't. Havertz gets his goal. A little bit of luck, but don't care at that stage. But
Yeah, I mean,
the scoreline tells a
doesn't
different
it?
story to what it was.
Yeah, they're very well, not very lucky. They were, as you said, 93, 94 minutes at 2-2. It would have been a very bad result for them. But 4-2 looks comfortable, but it was far from comfortable.
We hope to have more reaction for you from the Emirates. While we wait for that, let me take you to Stamford Bridge. I was about to say...
Well, it was a superb advert for Premier League football.
Yeah, you can't have too many defeats like that, because unfortunately the scar tissue kind of builds up. Of course, he has to be positive going into that Leicester dressing room, and understandably so, the kind of determination which they showed. Some great individual performance. Christian, I thought, at left-back was absolutely outstanding. And Ndidi, second half as well, really kind of stood up. But
James Justin, 2 goals. The goalkeeper was amazing. They had a lot of heroic performances.
Yeah, exactly. So you've got to try and build on that. He's no other option then to do that. But yeah, like Damien says, Arsenal that second half wasn't perfect. I wouldn't accuse him of switching off second half. Just give Leicester credit for crawling kind of back into the game. But then again, recognising the position they were in and actually taking a big step forward and saying, no, this game's not getting away from us collectively. Let's push. We're going to find this winner by hook or by crook.
Well, we were bigging up the Arsenal set pieces pre-match, and they had so many of them. They got one to count in the end, but it was Leicester who scored off one early in the second half.
Yeah, devil's always in the detail. Kai Havertz made a fault here. Look at him, Owen. He's 1.5 yards deeper than every other Arsenal defender. Look at him there, and that's important because the ball's going to come into his area. He just can't get to the pitch of the ball because of the fact he's 1.5 yards deeper. That's the kind of detail that I'm talking about. No chance for Raya in the goal.
I'll be curious as to why Kai Havertz is in that position. That is such an important position. Second man in. First man is the most important. Next most important is second. Why Havertz is in that area, I've no idea, because he just switches off. He wanders deeper than everyone else, and then that gap between Rice and I think it was Saliba, as Kenny said, the ball came in there.
Yeah, the set piece coach is getting bigged up a lot. It's obviously his job to sort it out defensively as well in a situation like that, is it? Or do you just have to? A player should just know.
Yeah, he was nowhere to be seen. The Arsenal set piece coach. He was having a shower. He was having a shower in the dressing room. No, you're absolutely right. You've got to be just as exact in terms of how you defend. And I'm always uneasy. You encourage too many of your forward attacking players into the penalty box. Not quite as switched on. I can understand why he's there. He's a big physical presence. He's a decent head of the ball. Not aggressive, no. And obviously in terms of his positional sense there, wasn't right.
To be fair to Leicester, they had a few half chances, a few decent chances, so they were knocking on the door a little bit, and they got there. I don't hear anything about bad defending for their second goal because it's a worldie by Justin.
Like Leicester came out, got the goal, and then they were really pressing, and it's a great breakaway. It actually came from the goalkeeper starting it, and they go the full length of the pitch, and it's a hopeful ball in more than anything else. Calafiori just overcovers. Helps Gabriel with Buonanotte, just takes a step too far. Trossard can't get there, but you can't legislate for a finish like that. First time on the full volley, the spin that he manages to create, the pureness of that strike is the angle. Like the spin on that ball to get in off the post was superb. And 2-2, what a game.
There's nothing better than one in off the post.
No, there is. But Damien referenced there, Calafiori, one step too many. That's what it's about. Defending.
Said I didn't want to hear about
No, you're going to get it.
Kenny.
No, you're going to get it. We gave him the big up at half time, and rightly so. He's a wonderful talent. But these are the basics. These are fundamentals in defending. One big step there back towards James. He actually flicks that over the Leicester players' ahead. That's just a fact. You know what I mean? That's the defending at the elite level.
I'll play devil's advocate here because as a left back, you want to help out your centre back, right? So as that cross is coming in, because it was so far away on the touchline, slim chance it's going to go at the back. So you take a step, think going to help Gabriel, but then the ball just picks up right, and all of a sudden you know, oh no, I'm caught in a bad position. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't, because if he stays with his man and says, I'm all right, Jack, and Buonanotte pulls off the back of Saliba, you're pointing the finger at Calafiori.
They're great goals to watch, those ones, because you can see it coming, and is he going to execute it? He did. Arsenal had a load of chances from then on, and I don't know, James Justin scores 2 goals, probably not even their best player though, because the keeper Hermansen made some inspired saves for a while.
We weren't sure what to label this, good Arsenal attacking player or goalkeeper. I think we've got to give it to the goalkeeper because Arsenal are going to create this type of pressure. My goodness, he made some saves, and not just routine saves. He made superb saves. Gets a little bit lucky there with that one off the post, but the kitchen sink is coming out from Arsenal. Ball gets cooled, but this is a good save. Look at that. I mean, listen, Havertz 3-4 yards out on a volley. Not sure hitting the ball into a 3v1. I'm not sure Winks wanted that, but he redeems himself. Give O'Coley credit. He helps that the shot had to go near post. Nice strike here. This is a crisp save as well. Standard one for him. But he was superb, and Arsenal really throwing the kitchen sink at this stage.
Yeah, he was kind of very composed. Not just that, actually started the season very well. I've been impressed with him. A little bit too composed when he was actually playing out. We saw a few examples of that. But yeah, it looked as if he was going to be the hero this afternoon, but wasn't meant to be.
Not quite, no, in the end. Trossard owed his manager one, you said it. I think it was half time. Definitely delivered it.
He certainly did, yeah. Must have been tempted maybe to take him off in the latter stage. He didn't, he stuck with him. And we speak about the set pieces like Gabriel attacking that back post area. But we don't speak about this. This is deliberate as well, keeping Trossard behind any kind of ball over hit. Arsenal have a player the outside of the 6-yard box. Look at Trossard just drifting in there. That's not instinct. Again, that's worked on the training pitch. He can't score from there. All he has to do is put it back into the danger area, keep his fingers and toes crossed, and somebody gets a deflection. That's exactly what happens.
I'm really interested in how he winks his position around the back post, because he locks on with Calafiori, and yes, he's man marking him. I don't know if we can get that an angle of that running again, and he just locks onto him. He must know Trossard's drifted off the back of him. That's why as a defender, if that was me or Kenny, you'd have your man and you pick up the flight of the ball, then you can go and leave your man because you know it's beating the lot of you. You have to know Trossard is behind you. Sometimes you can get into this idea of that's my man and he's not scoring and I don't care about anything else. I just think maybe he should have picked up the flight.
If we are able to show it again, we might do, because I thought it was interesting as well that Justin, we've seen that run so often from Gabriel where he steams in and he's basically unmarked at the end, whereas Justin stayed with him and did what Kyle Walker should have done last week. So you must think from a Leicester point of view, we have this sorted here.
Yeah, it's Harry Winks here at the back. You'll see Trossard drift, and Harry Winks is with Calafiori. I mean, he sees the flight of that ball. He can unlatch from Calafiori there and go and get a header on that. You know, the only thing I can think is that he doesn't know that he's there. But there, he must pick up the flight of that ball. You have to. I know he's not a defender, but if it was a defender or a centre back, you must know Trossard is there, and you detach from Calafiori and go and get a flick on. James Justin, you're right, gets right into Gabriel's chest, face, and doesn't let him get off the ground. So
so we speak about natural defender. First goal in terms of 2 yards deeper. Winks there again and get locks onto Calafiori, but at some stage you recognise the flight of the ball. It's going to beat you both. So at some point he's not the danger. Yeah. Again, he only has to take 2 steps to his right, and he goes and engages Trossard. Maybe he gets the block himself. So again, devil in the detail.
Okay, hope we're all keeping up here. This is quick fire post-match analysis. Havertz 4-2, initially disallowed for offside, but you called it straight away. It came off the Leicester defender, so no problem with this goal.
No problem. Don't think it really mattered. He was frustrating with the whole of the game. Havertz had one of those games, and he just want to kind of shake and like in a dream-like state for most of the game. I thought Jesus could have got his head up earlier here and made the pass. It's a good save from the keeper. I actually think James, if he stays away from the ball here, the keeper actually pulls it into his body. But eventually Havertz gets his goals. I don't think it mattered in the context of the game, but yeah, what a way to finish.
It matters. Kai Havertz, I suppose, another goal for him.
Yeah, nice easy tap in for him. VAR correctly intervening there. That's why we can argue the details of VAR, but there are some good things as well with it.
There has been a bit of a, Arsenal fans might argue this point, but a bit of a discipline issue with Arsenal. They've been getting red cards. They might feel like they're the only ones getting punished for certain incidents, but in this case you feel they might be lucky to have.
I think Calafiori's lucky boy here.
Booked here.
That's his first one.
That's his first one, and I think his second one is worse than his first. He should go here, but I think Arsenal, with the amount of, I suppose, the injustice they'll say, I don't think it was, with the Declan Rice and the Trossard and the false red cards. A lot of money went on last week, but they certainly got away with one there, so they have to be fair when you see that back.
To be fair to Arsenal, though, Skip was a similar one late on, was there not, where he was on the book?
I don't worry about that. Don't worry about comparing to. You have to look at that one in ice. I think 4 out of 5 referees give the yellow card.
But I'm saying the Skip one it should have been a second yellow as well.
Yeah, it could well have been, but that happened early in the second half. And like I said, I think most referees would have taken it yellow. I understand why he actually didn't, and it's because the recovery position of Partey on the inside. If he stays on his feet there, for me, Partey takes the ball. If Partey's not there and he's driving to the edge of the penalty box with an opportunity to shoot or make a pass, absolutely.
There's a Celtic game on the way, so we better wrap things up. There you go.
Against who?
St Johnstone. There you go.
Fair play.
Yeah,
fair play.
In the Premier League. Thanks, Damien. Thanks, Kenny. Tried to catch me out at the depth there, Kenny. We'll talk to you again on Tuesday night for a Champions League game, and it's Arsenal again. Take care.